Good day, my name is Fergie. I'm reading from episode 3, Proteus. He had come nearer the edge of the sea, and wet sand slapped his boots. The new air greeted him, harping in wild nerves, wind of wild air of seeds of brightness. Here, I'm not walking out to the Kish lightship, am I? He stood, suddenly his feet beginning to sink slowly in the quaking soil. Turn back. Turning, he scanned the shore south, his feet sinking again slowly in new sockets. The cold, domed room of the tower waits. Through the barbicans, the shafts of light are moving ever slowly, ever as my feet are sinking, creeping duskward over the dial floor. Blue dusk, nightfall, deep blue night. In the darkness of the dome they wait, their pushed-back chairs, my obelisk valise, around a board of abandoned platters. Who to clear it? He has the key. I will not sleep there when this night comes. A shut door of a silent tower, entombing their blind bodies. The Panther Sahib and his pointer. Call, no answer. He lifted his feet up from the suck and turned back by the mool of boulders. Take all, keep all. My soul walks with me, form of forms. So in the moon's mid-watches I pace the path above the rocks, in sable silvered, hearing Elsinore's tempting flood. The flood is following me. I can watch it flow past from here. Get back then by the Poolbeg road to the strand there. He climbed over the sedge and eely orweeds and sat on a stool of rock, resting his ash plant in a grike. A bloated carcass of a dog lay lolled on bladderwhack. Before him the gunwale of a boat, sunk in sand. Un coche en sable, Louis Vuitton called Gautier's prose. These heavy sands are language tide, and wind have silted here, and these the stone heaps of dead builders, a warren of weasel rats. Hide gold there, try it, you have some. Sands and stones, heavy of the past, Sir Lout's toys. Mind you don't get one bang on the ear. I'm the bloody well gigant rolls all them bloody well boulders, bones for my stepping stones. Fee, faw, fum, I smells the bloods of the Noordsman. A point, live dog, grew into sight, running across the sweep of sand. Lord, is he going to attack me? Respect his liberty. You will not be master of others or their slave. I have my stick. Sit tight from farther away, walking shoreward across from the crested tide, figures, two, the two Maries. They have tucked it safe among the bulrushes. Peekaboo, I see you. No, the dog. He is running back to them. Who? Galleys of the Lachlands ran here to beach in quest of prey, their blood-beaked prows riding low on a molten pewter surf. Dane Vikings, torques of tomahawks, a glitter on their breasts, when Malachi wore the collar of gold. A school of turtle-hide whales stranded in hot noon, spouting, hobbling in the shallows. Then from the starving cagework city, a horde of jerkine dwarfs. My people with flares knives, running, scaling, hacking in green blubbery whale meat. Famine, plague, and slaughters. Their blood is in me, their lust my waves. I moved among them on the frozen Liffey, that I, a changeling among the spluttering resin fires. I spoke to no one, none to me. The dog's bark ran towards him, stopped, ran back. Dog of my enemy. I just simply stood, pale, silent, bayed about. Terrible meditans. A primrose doublet, fortune's knave smiled on my fear. For that are you pining the bark of their applause? Pretenders live their lives. The Bruce's brother, Thomas Fitzgerald, silken night, Perkin Warwick, York's false scion in breeches of silk of white rose ivory, wonder of a day, and Lambert's Simnel, with a tale of nans and sutlers, a scullion crowned. All kings' sons, paradise of pretenders then and now. He saved men from drowning, and you shake at a cur's yelping. But the courtiers who mocked Guido in Or San Michel were in their own house. House of? We don't want any of your medieval abstrusiosities. Would you do what he did? A boat would be near, a lifebuoy, naturally put there for you. Would you or would you not? The man that was drowned 9 days ago off Maiden's Rock. They are waiting for him now. The truth, spit it out. I would try. I am not a strong swimmer. Water, cold, soft, when I put my face into it in the basin at Clongowes. Can't see. Who's behind me? Out, quickly, quickly. Do you see the tide flowing quickly in on all sides, sheeting the lows of sand quickly, shell cocoa coloured? If I had land under my feet, I want his life to be his, mine to be mine. A drowning man, his human eyes scream to me out of horror of his death. I with him together down. I could not save her. Waters, bitter death, lost. A woman and a man, I see her skirties, pinned up, I bet. Their dog ambled about a bank of dwindling sand, trotting, sniffing on all sides, looking for something lost in a past life. Suddenly he made off like a bounding hare, ears flung back, chasing the shadow of a low-skimming gull. The man's shrieked whistle struck his limp ears. He turned, bounded back, came nearer, trotted on twinkling shanks. On a field tenny, a buck, trippant proper, unattired. At the lace fringe of the tide he halted with stiff forehoofs, seaward pointed ears. His snout lifted, barked at the wave noise, herds of sea morse. They serpent towards his feet, curling, unfurling many crests, every ninth breaking, plashing, from afar, from farther out, waves and waves. Cockle pickers. They waded a little way in the water, and stooping, soused their bags, and lifting them again, waded out. The dog yelped, running to them, reared up and pawed them, dropping on all fours, again reared up at them, with mute bearish fawning. Unheeded he kept by them, as they came towards the drier sand, a rag of wolf's tongue, red panting from his jaws. His speckled body ambled ahead of him, and then loped off at a calf's gallop. The carcass lay on his path. He stopped, sniffed, stalked around it. Brother, nosing closer, went around it, sniffing rapidly like a dog all over the dead dog's bedraggled fell. Dog skull, dog sniff, eyes on the ground, moves to one great goal. Ah, poor dog's body. Here lies poor dog's body. Tatters! Out of that, you mongrel! The cry brought him skulking back to his master, and a blunt, bootless kick sent him unscathed across a spit of sand, crouched in flight. He slunk back in a curve, doesn't see me. Along by the edge of the mole he lolloped, dawdled, smelt a rock, and from under a cocked hind leg pissed against it. He trotted forward, and lifting again his hind leg, pissed quick short at an unsmelt rock. The simple pleasures of the poor. His hind paws then scattered the sand. Then his forepaws dabbled and delved. Something he buried there, his grandmother. He rooted in the sand, dabbling, delving, and stopped to listen to the air, scraped up the sand again with the fury of his claws, soon ceasing, a pard, a panther, got in spouse breach, vulturing the dead. Happy Bloomsday.